Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are hailing in this big wide world. Hi, my name is Ingrid Turner. We are doing a fun little new thing. It's the Bhava Spiritual Energies Forecast going live. If you've been following our page, then you've seen us upload some videos every month, where every month the Bhava babes are getting together and tuning into the energies for the month ahead. And today we're doing it live. So just real quick, I want to introduce our organization, who we are, what we're about, and then we'll dive into our channeling circle and our Baba babes who are showing up to bring through those energies. So my name is Ingrid Turner. I'm the founder of the Bhava Spiritual Mission. The Bhava Spiritual Mission is a digital church. Our goal is to help you live in partnership with spirit, connect directly with the infinite, primarily through the modalities of psychic intuition, channeling, and mediumship. We're here to help every individual who we come into contact with move from fear to love and bring in this new earth, this new paradigm, this incredible new energy. And we do that by all kinds of ways. We run a school, which you will, all of the people, the babes who are on today have gone through or are currently going through our school, which helps you hone in on your intuitive gifts, bust through blocks that are keeping you from your highest expression, and take the message out, your message out into the world on your own platform. We also have our Bhava Sunday services. So Sunday broadcast, 11 a.m. right here every week at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then we're doing this as well. So we're adding new content and new streams all the time because we are so committed to being of service to you and tuning into Holy Spirit. It's what we're all about, is being divine channels. It just makes us come alive. So without further ado, let me bring everybody on and we'll introduce ourselves and then we will dive in. Okay. Thank you, ladies, so much for jumping on and being a part of this broadcast. I know that first time live streaming this, it's like, whoa, that's intense, but you are so brave and wonderful. I'm very excited about this. So what I'd like to do is go around real quick and just to have you introduce yourself real quick and tell us just a little bit about yourself. Heather, let's start with you.
Sure. Hi, my name is Heather Foster. I am from Auburn, California, so pretty close to where Ingrid and a lot of the Bhava babes are, but of course we're all over the globe. I've been a dreamer since I was a little girl, so that's kind of what started me on this path to learning more about my spiritual gifts, and I'm very empathic, so a lot of the feelings that we pick up from other people sometimes aren't our own, and I think that's been the best thing that I've learned from Bhava is sort of how to channel what's mine and what's not mine. So I'm thankful for Bhava.
Awesome. I love how you talked a little bit about your gift, like how it comes through. a good way to kick off. Thanks, Heather. Thank you so much for being here. You are such a gift. Renee.
Hi, I'm Renee Stroud. I am a California native, currently living on the East Coast in Lebanon. Nobody's heard of that, but you've heard of Hershey chocolate, so I'm 30 minutes from there. I've been working with Ingrid for almost 3 years. And so I'm a Bhava leadership minister in training, and my gifts are coming through in different ways. But right now I'm committed to honorable healing.
Ooh, that's juicy. Thank you, Renee. Gorgeous. Okay, Dina.
Hey guys, I'm Dina Daigle. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana. I actually just finished my leadership ministry training with Ingrid. So that was such an amazing experience. Bhava has been hugely impactful, expanding my gifts, just in my healing process all around. So I'm grateful for all of you and the work that we do and just how we show up, and how we share our gifts with each other and with the world. A little about my gift. I, like Heather, am very empathic. I typically work with the divine feminine aspect and with helping women to heal from trauma and things of that nature. So that's kind of a little bit of my specialty.
Awesome. Thank you, Dana. You are just ridiculous. And I introduced myself a little bit before, but I'm Ingrid Turner. I'm the founder of the Bhava Spiritual Mission. I run the school. And I'm a spiritual channel, psychic medium. I'm primarily very empathic. I feel all the things like Heather and Dina, and I see a lot. So those are my two primary gifts that I combine. What I love about these channeling circles and tuning into the energy is what we're doing is we're opening up to divine spirit, however it wants to most easily come through us. And you're going to see how the messages come through our different perceptions, how we get it, and the different ways that we get it. So it's a really cool little insight into the different flavors within Bhava and how to bring everything together. And it's amazing. So without further ado, oh, the one thing I will add is if you're watching and you would like to comment, if you have any insights, if you have something come through, we encourage you to share that. We'll throw the point up on the screen and we'll talk about it. If you have something more that comes through, don't doubt yourself. Just go ahead and put it out there. All right. Just if you're getting it and you're getting it fast and strong, it's yours. It's meant to come through. If you are listening to us and you're interested in learning more about membership, stay tuned. I'll talk about that after we're done with our channeling circle. Okay, we'll dive in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and ground us all in, and then I'm going to set our protections and our intention, and then we're going to go around in a little circle. And I'm going to allow everybody to feel into the energies and then come with the message that comes through for them, and then we'll tie it all together at the end. All right. Go ahead and close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Feel your energy pool in your root chakra. Maybe it'll feel warm or tingly, or you'll just be aware that it's happening. Take a deep breath in and pull the energy from your root into your heart. Exhale and hold the energy in your heart. Inhale and pull the energy from your heart into your crown. Exhale and hold the energy in your crown. Inhale and pull the energy out of your body. Feel it connect with divine source energy. And with the out breath, pull that energy back into your body and into your heart. Breathe in and hold the energy in your heart. Breathe out and pull the energy down to your root. Breathe in and hold the energy in your root. And breathe out and push the energy down your legs and into your feet. Breathe in and hold the energy in your feet. Breathe out and push the energy into the earth. Feel that energy hook in with the earth's core, and take a deep breath in and pull it back up towards your feet. Exhale. Inhale and feel the energy hit the soles of your feet and move up your legs and pool again in the root chakra, and exhale into your root chakra. Take another deep breath, and we ask Divine Spirit to cover us, shower us with divine healing energy, divine protective energy. We are open to channel the divine today. We ask that all energies outside of Divine Spirit stay outside of our sphere, and we welcome in Divine Spirit in any form it wishes to take to deliver the messages that we need to know and understand for the coming month in October. We invite our spirit guides, we invite our animals, we invite energies, we invite spirit into our being, into our body to help us understand the energetics of October 2020. We thank you, we thank you, we thank you for sharing with us today, for coming into our sacred circle and delivering your messages in a way that is understandable and we can use them to transform our lives. We ask to remain open to spirit, to move ourselves aside, to receive the message clearly and fully, and deliver it in a way that is understandable, and all who we are honored to connect with today can use it to transform their lives. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you can go ahead and open your eyes if you'd like, or you can keep them closed. But let's go ahead and start tuning in. And Heather, I'd like to start with you. So if you need to take a few minutes and close your eyes and feel into your body, that's fine. Or knowing you, you've probably got 15 items written down by now. So go ahead and kick us off, babe.
Yeah, no problem. I know my eyes are open part way when I'm like writing stuff down as we go. So the first part is, as we were grounding in, I kept seeing sort of like a magnetic polar opposite, where if you put, you know, the opposite magnets together, it creates this like separation. So I kept getting this burst where it's like people are sort of separating, and I kept getting the download of, remember, we are all in this together. Right now there's a lot of politics happening. And so it's not about politics or fear. It's about coming closer to our truest, most authentic self, by caring about others. So get out of judgment. And this has been the theme since COVID started too, is get out of judgment. And then as we were all kind of coming together just now, I kept getting the words, remember grace, and remember, and very strongly, remember grace. And there's, you know, in the Bible, it says, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. It's a philosophy that, you know, we've all tried to live by, dogma or no dogma. It's more so coming together and remembering, if you don't want something done unto you that's terrible, you know, make sure you're also being true to the people that you're around. I kept getting a lot of tension in my stomach and my chest, sort of just feeling into the collective. So there's a lot of tension right now. And I kept getting, remember to let go of what is not your own. Find compassion. And I got a visual of like the wings of a mama bird, like a chicken sort of protecting her babies. Sort of like just that sort of motherly feeling of remembering what that feels like, and have compassion, and let go.
Beautiful. Oh, thank you so much, Heather. Thank you. Okay, let's take a deep breath and just integrate that for a moment. And if you're watching live, I encourage you to leave a comment. Anything that comes up for you, comes through you, questions, clarification. Okay, Renee, let's move to you. Feel free to take a few minutes if you need to just sink in and see what comes through for you, darling.
Actually, I was quite nervous about this broadcast. I was thinking, oh, you know, I'm on the spot. What am I going to have to say? I was up at 5 a.m. and on my porch. It was quiet. It was peaceful. And Spirit just let it go all over. And what I got strange. The song "People Are Strange" from The Doors came into my head. I woke up with that. It's going to be a strange month, and that doesn't mean good or bad per se. Just things are strange in general. Notice that, recognize that. And I got that. It's palpable. It's the month is palpable. The energies are palpable. What you're doing in your life, it's like you can't see it, but it's there. And I also got wind. Watch the wind. Let the wind talk to you. I got do things different. If it's not working, change direction. To be the opposite of what you normally are, because people expect you to be a certain way and it doesn't work for you. So change it. I got the crow. A crow came to me, and he was talking, and he was audible. And so that came to me. The answers you're looking for are audible, but not in the ways that you normally hear. Let me see. I'm sorry, mine is a little bit long. Spirit had a lot to say to me this morning.
You're good.
Maybe I should get up at 5 a.m. So illusion. Things aren't always what they seem, and that doesn't mean it's bad. It could be good as well. So pay attention. And I got air again. Pay attention to the air. Use your senses of sight, smell, touching, taste, smelling, and your sense of common sense, because not everything is going to be common in this uncommon world. And let me see. And the last thing, had rained last night, so there's puddles of water, and I saw very clearly reflection of a tree that's down the block. I don't know how it was in my puddle of water, but reflection came. Meditate on your reflection, and not just your reflection in the mirror, your reflection. You're sitting there, someone walks by. What's the reflection? You know, you see a building. What's the reflection? Where are you at? And what does your reflection show you? You know, reflection of all: yourself, God, your environment, others, family, friends, and strangers. That's it.
Beautiful. Okay, let's take a deep breath. Let's integrate Renee's message. Remember, you don't have to remember everything in your mind. It's moving into your body, your energy, into your cells. You recall it as you need to recall it. Thank you for that, Renee. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay, Dina, to you, gorgeous.
I, like Renee, actually got a good bit from spirit as well. So immediately when I tapped into the energy of October, I had a vision of a horse. And the key word that stood out is unbridled. And I could see its mane kind of blowing in the wind. So that goes on what Renee was saying about the wind. I picked up the same message. And it's all about action. It's all about being true to our authentic self. It's all about moving forward in ways that are of a new mindset. I have a really big thing about numerology. So obviously October is the number 10, which reduces to the number 1, which is all about new beginnings, a new reality. I feel like we are seeing that divine masculine energies being integrated, and we're shifting into a new reality. We're really seeing this big shift. It's like this, Ingrid, I think you said it best the other day, the light at the end of the tunnel. It's this where we've been in a sense of not having much direction and just, kind of this fear of the uncertainty. We're moving into this space of clarity. We're getting that, we're being able to actively move into the new energy that's being integrated at this time. I also got that this is like our last little nudge to release and let go of illusions, the same as Renee, and limiting beliefs, a scarcity mindset, any kind of egoic mind construct, where we're completing those like karmic cycles as a collective, I feel, and we're moving into like this new paradigm, this new energy. And we're reclaiming our power. I get that very strongly, which is why that word unbridled stood out so fiercely when it came to seeing that vision of the horse. And also I picked up that there is no more playing small. Like, we're not allowed to play small anymore. This is about us taking our power back. This is about us creating this new reality in a way that is cohesive and is centered and rooted in unconditional love and divine source energy. I also saw the color blue, like a blue light, really, really vibrantly. To me, that speaks of higher consciousness, like upper world assistance. And being that we're in the month of October, this is when the veil is actually the thinnest. So that higher communication, that higher consciousness, I feel like we're able to really tap into that energy right now. And then I saw a really, really big rebirth.
Yeah.
And I was also told, let the dead things fall. As we move into this energy, we're really having to let go of anything that no longer works, whether it is people, places, circumstances, or what have you. And lastly, I pulled a card for us from my Sacred Geometry activation deck. So this is the energy being activated in the month of October. And that card is Soul Time, which says the frequency of soul time asks us to allow the possibility of a new reality to emerge, one that embraces the concept that while the corporal body is mortal, the soul is timeless, limitless, and infinite. So I think that kind of just reiterates everything I just said.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, take a deep breath. Integrate. Allow Dina's message to integrate into your spirit, into your being. Thank you, Dina. Okay. So as we were tuning into this energy, I saw the color blue. Dina, you saw that too. I saw the blue, I felt the throat, and then I really felt the heart so strongly. The heart opening. We're going through more massive heart opening right now, and this is going to continue to widen and broaden in the month of October. And I felt this feeling of like heart sick, but the heart sick leads to heart healing. Heart sick leads to heart healing is what I got. Heart sick brings you to a place of exhaustion, and exhaustion is really the first step in surrender is what I'm getting. I got stop fighting, start flowing. So that doesn't mean inaction. It means different action. Instead of fighting, going into the flow with your heart. Spirit is telling me we're going to find a rhythm as a collective, as the whole, as a planet. We're going to find a new rhythm. We're going to find a new rhythm. It's going to take time. And I got from Spirit, first give up in order to give in. And it's all about really, it feels to me like the majority of people are going to reach a place of exhaustion, heart exhaustion this month. And that's by divine design. Those of us who are more in tune with the spiritual world, who are on their spiritual path, you can take this message and use it as, a nudge to go ahead and surrender. You don't have to get to the place where you feel heartsick, where you just feel that exhaustion, almost like giving up. You can fall into surrender and fall into faith before you experience the really challenging piece. It reminds me of, if you ever had that experience where you're going through a hard time, maybe you're feeling depressed or you're feeling anxious or whatever is like kind of run through your body, and you're in it. And then all of a sudden you get so sick of your own BS that you let it go. Mm-hmm. That's the kind of energy I'm feeling collectively for the month of October. And so I feel like we're going to be seeing a lot of sadness coming out of people, a lot, almost desperation, like a desperate sadness, but to trust this process for people, for all of us, to trust that this is leading us to a place of surrender. I felt the root chakra, and I felt warmth in my root chakra. So this is for people who are on the path, who are on it, who know that who understand what is happening energetically on our planet, which is we are moved into a new paradigm, and everything that's happening right now, all the chaos, all the drama, all the stuff, all the hard stuff is by divine design, because everybody's opening up. If you're staying on this planet, you have to crack open to love. And that's a really difficult process for most people, because they do not have the advantage that we have, where we are committed to spirit and we understand these energies and we've tasted this energy before. Now we get to come and live in it. We get to bring our world into it. So the root chakra, specifically for folks who are committed to spirit like we are, is trust yourself. Trust yourself in the moment. Renee said something I wrote down. If it's not working, change direction. That's the root chakra that I was feeling. And right as she before she said that, I wrote down root chakra, and I went, that's it. Really about trusting yourself. The blue, I want to come back to the blue that I saw. So for me, the blue really represents the throat chakra and expressing your authenticity. You can't express your authenticity if your heart is closed, because that is where your authenticity resides, is in the heart space. And so not only are we dealing with a heart opening that's going to result in a heartsick feeling for many, many people this month, it's going to be dealing with a throat chakra opening. So that's messy. Openings can be really messy, even when you're intentional about it. When energy is opening up and we're expanding into new energy, it's a ride. So this whole year has been a ride, and that's just what Spirit's coming through for this particular month, bringing through me and my lens and my perspective. So let's go ahead and close our eyes, take a deep breath, integrate that message into our being. Jo is on with us, and she's got a comment I'd like to share. She said, I just have to say, buckle up. It's going to get bumpy during the next 4 to 6 weeks. Yeah, I would agree with that. And I feel like, I also feel like the bumpy is relative to the individual. What I want to say about that, Jo, is, and this is kind of for everybody, is, the energies that we're experiencing, they affect us differently, because it depends on what we need to heal. Everything is always working in our favor. Everything is always working to heal us, to expand us, to help us become the best version of ourselves. And if you're really going through it, like I have been for the last couple of weeks, is because you have some big work to do, big healing work to do, and it's bumpy, and try to embrace it and surrender to it. Other people, like in our community, the last couple of weeks have been fine. And that's because they don't need the current energies to kick their butt into gear and expand and open themselves up to the next best version of themselves. So take what resonates with you from these messages today and leave the rest. You know what's for you. It's going to ping you. It's going to zing you. It's going to go, oh, it's going to be like, wow. And don't worry too much about it, whatever does not. How does that feel, ladies? Does anybody have anything to add?
Good. I do.
Yeah.
I think like one of the things we've talked about too a lot in Bhava is expansion doesn't happen if you're comfortable and sort of like in this like sort of jelly bowl of happiness and warm and snuggly. So we're all kind of being launched in directions where it's like, some of us are even actually physically moving our locations. I'm moving, and that's hard because, we've been comfortable so long with, families that are near us and all this, but there's certain things like fires, like in California, that are happening, or COVID, or all these crazy things that are happening that's actually making us have to get out of our comfy state, change a job, change a location, change what we're used to for the better. And then that gets you, actually, if you're aligning with your soul's purpose, excited again. It gets you excited again, even if it's scary and it makes you sad and it makes you fearful. It gets you back aligned, where eventually it's like, oh my gosh, this is a fresh start. This is a new chapter. This is actually going to be okay. And I think it's learning that, like, it's going to be okay. Like, you have your spirit guides behind you. You have those lovely ancestors behind you that are like, you got this, babe, you got this. Like, we're in a new paradigm where you can move to be in different locations, and you can do live stream calls like this, or you can do Zoom calls, and you can still stay connected in a more spiritual way. Actually, it's more in line with what we're used to with energy. It doesn't have to be physically, next to somebody, to still be a part of their lives. And I think that's important to learn.
Oh, yeah, I think that's beautiful. We don't, I love what you said. What was the analogy used, in a jelly bowl or something? In a warm jelly bowl? That's very nice, right? Now, can I go to a warm jelly bowl for a minute? I'm physically uncomfortable this week. Like, my physical body has been hurting from big energy shifts and expansion. And it's juicy. And that's where the surrender comes in. It's like you have to fall into it, and then it's going to work to its best benefit for you. Something that came to me that I wanted to bring up, because you're talking about distancing, and going over social over video with people, is, this whole like social distancing thing, I feel like is by divine design, because like, I don't actually want to be that close to those people. Energetically, I'm so sensitive. It's like, whoa, it's hard to be close to people. I'll be out with my partner, like eating a meal somewhere, and if people are too close at a table, we'll both move, not because there's anything wrong with people. It's just energy is so intense right now. And I think it's just, if we can start to look at what's going on in the world with that kind of a lens and that kind of a reframe, that can be really powerful for us. And I feel like we can avoid, we can bypass a lot of this intensity and bumpiness that we all know is coming. But for those of us who are really dialed in and opening up the spirit, that's why we open up the spirit. Talk to me about the energies and help me work best with the energies. So I thought that was funny. I was at the grocery store. You know what? This is actually working for me. Right.
Yeah. And I think it's true. We talked about like playing, I can't remember how I worded the game before, but it's like a maybe this is in my favor kind of a game, where you're like, oh, maybe I'm being separated from other people so I can come back to myself and find my center. Maybe, so you're thinking about those things every day. Of try to think of it not as like a selfish point of view. Think of it as someone else by design, and maybe before this life, we all chose to have this. Just play the game and see if it actually works, because then you'll start to get some intuitive downloads of like, oh, selfishly, yeah, this kind of sucks, but maybe someone actually, that knows a little bit more than me has something in mind and design for this time. And maybe it is bringing us all back together and trying to find a way for us to see humanity again. We were all separated for too long.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that so strongly in my heart. I feel, not yet, but I feel a big coming together globally. I feel a rhythm. And when I tune into that energy, I felt like riding a horse. It's interesting, Dina, I think Dina brought up the horse, right? The horse. It's like a rhythm of riding a horse. And what Spirit said to me, and this is to come, it doesn't feel like this happens this month, but it feels like what we're building up towards is, Spirit says, when you're riding a horse, you have to surrender to the rhythm of the horse. When you're riding the horse, you can't make the horse surrender to your rhythm. But when you surrender to the rhythm of the horse, you have complete control over that horse. You have complete control of the direction you're going. So that feels like, as a collective, as a globe, we're going to get there. And we're just doing this on the way there. Yeah, Dina.
Yeah. I want to add to what you said about the horse. Like, it kind of circled back, and what came through when you were talking about that, Ingrid, is the whole fear versus love thing. Because think about it: if you're going to ride a horse is going to sense whether or not you're in a space of love or you're in a space of fear. A horse will sense that; it's very sensitive to it, right? So if we're going to take any kind of action and be coming from a space of fear and being in this space of trusting spirit and trusting the surrender, to surrender of the divine energy. And if you just allow that to happen, you're coming from a space of love, and things seem to flow a lot more smoothly that way. And that expansion is a lot less uncomfortable, and when you come from that space of love for yourself and just realize that it's all, like Heather said, it's all for your best interest, it's all for your highest.
Yeah, everything is working in our favor. Gorgeous. Exactly. Yeah, Renee.
I wanted to add, rather spirits like poking me to add, is very adamant about, and I feel this in my sacral chakra, which is in that personal power. Is that and it goes back, it kind of ties into what some of y'all were saying, just reiterating about illusion. And I know this is like the scary month, October, and we, dress up and stuff, and it's all a play, but it's all a play too. Watch your illusion. And the example I got, there's a road up Highway 20. If you're coming like down from Truckee, you can see the viaduct. And if you're going down the hill, it looks like the water's going the wrong direction. You know, and I remember when I was little, I was like, Dad, that water's going wrong. He messed with me, but it was going right. And it always perplexed me until I got older and understood a little bit more. But that's the illusion, like Heather was saying, work on your stuff, but make sure you're working on your stuff and you're not working on what your head tells you. Yeah, it's that. Listen to your intuition wherever you find it, because it's an illusion out there. There are forces that don't want us to succeed, but they're making it look like they do. So there's an illusion, and that's the only kind of negative thing I have. Just be careful, and that's what Spirit's leading me.
So the sacral chakra is actually the seat of your intuition, as the seat of the feminine receptivity and being present. So it totally made sense with what you were feeling. But just
yeah.
All right, ladies, how do we feel?
Good.
This felt really good. I feel really good going into October. Yeah, that feels really good. Me too. All right. Okay. Thank you, ladies, so much. Let's go ahead and just take a few deep breaths. I want you to see if you have any energy cords, and if you're listening to this broadcast, go ahead and do this exercise with us. Pull out any cords that are stuck in your body and your being. We don't need to carry each other's energy. You just pull that out, physically pull those energy cords out. And wipe yourself down. In Reiki, they call this a dry shower. And just take a moment, and we won't go through the whole grounding exercise, but just go ahead and shoot that grounding cord of yours down into the earth. Shoot it all the way down. Any excess energy that you're carrying from this exercise, from this circle, from the sacred circle, just go ahead and give it to Mama Gaia. That's what she's there for. She wants to carry the burden for us. Let her. It's what she uses to grow and expand. Thank you so much, Heather, Renee, and Dina. You ladies blow my mind every time. I think you're amazing, and I'm so grateful for you. You're welcome to sign off. I'm going to stay on for just a minute and make some announcements, and then we'll see you guys next month at least, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. Bye.
All right. Thank you for jumping on and watching this broadcast, tuning into the energies. Even if you're watching the replay, go ahead and share your insights, share what comes to you, share your questions. We want to know, we want to involve you in this process. It's not about the individual at Bhava, it's about the collective. And as we collectively come together, work as a community and as a team, we understand so much better the workings of divine spirit and how everything is working in our favor. And we move ourselves from fear to love, and we help move the whole world from fear to love, one individual at a time. So thank you so much. I appreciate you like crazy. I want to talk a little bit about the Bhava Spiritual Mission and our school particularly. If you're interested in joining our mission, if you want to do the kind of thing that you see these Bhava babes doing and me doing, living your life in partnership with Spirit and tuning into Holy Spirit, send me an email and I want to tell you about our mission and about what's involved with membership. If that feels like a match to you, if that feels like that tickles me a little bit. My email is ingrid@bhavamission.org. And I'll really look forward to hearing from you. So thank you again so very much. I appreciate you, and we'll see you again next time. I think we're definitely going to do this again. Loving you madly. Bye.